What's up, Max Cavalera, Soulfly. You're watching Pure Grain Audio Most Extreme. Pre-ritual, I got one thing I do that I normally other I think bands don't do. I actually stay here. I don't go to dressing rooms. I don't use dressing rooms. I barely ever go to a dressing room unless it's like to take a shower. So it's kind of like an old James Brown. I heard James Brown did that, so I was really into the idea that he went right from the bus or the limo right to the stage and never used the dressing room. So I kind of follow that idea and use it on my life. So I normally stay here and go right from here to the stage. There was a tour where I decided every city we went, I had to go to a church every day, out of the blue. So I drove like everybody nuts because there'll be some cities that everything will be closed at 2 in the morning, you know, and the poor bus driver had to go find a church, and I would knock on the church door and they'll let, you know, supposedly they have to let you in all the time. That's the you know, the concept of a church is open for the public all the time, and you can always go there, you know. I don't know what was that happened. I had a thing with that on that tour that I had to go to a church every day. So I actually did it. I made it through. I think it was 30 churches in 30 days, and so that was pretty cool, and that's pretty extreme. Never done anything quite like that ever since. Well, I've been asked to sign baby's head. Guy and a show up with a 3-year-old baby, sign my baby's head. Like, oh, come on, man. Like, really? Like, yeah, you gotta sign his forehead, man. Sign or die, you know. And I end up, I signed the poor thing's head, but I felt bad about it. And he's like, it's just a little baby, you know. Like, don't get it tattooed. You know, I mean, I joke with the guy who said that. There was one guy that he brought a bone, and it was from his best friend, and I had to sign the bone, and that was like wild. Joe was like, wow, dude, seriously? It's like, yeah, it's my friends, you know. We managed to get a hold of the bones. I don't know how. It's kind of like the Mayhem story, I guess, you know. It's like they made necklace out of the guy's skulls and shit. So I had to sign this guy's bones, so that the guy was a fan, you know. So that was pretty wild. And there was a guy in England that was actually funny. It was kind of extreme funny, because I have a say on the first Soulfly. I say, "Bring the shit" in one of the songs. So one guy came in England and he made a plastic fake shit, and he said, "Hey, Max, I brought the shit." So it was a plastic shit. So I signed his shit. Thank God it was plastic. I've been given extreme things. There was a guy that gave me a dog tag from his father's dog tag that he wore in the Yugoslavia war, and that was pretty heavy, you know, because it was the Yugoslavia war. It was pretty heavy back in the 80s and the 90s or something, and so he gave me his dog tag, which was like, we put it away in a cool place, kept it in a cool place, you know. There was one show where we were playing with the Ramones, Sepultura and Ramones, in the middle of Brazil, in Curitiba, and it rained so hard that we couldn't do the show. We played like one song, and the rain, it was a storm, a thunder, the craziest. The sky turned pure black. It was like apocalypse, end of the world, you know. And so the promoter freaked out, get everybody out of this, you know, you can't play, we only play one song. We went to the dressing room, and it waited like, you know, I don't know, half an hour. The sun came out, the Ramones did their whole show, man. So like, nature was against us that day. Did not want to see Sepultura play at all. And yeah, we got boycotted by nature. We gotta go with Argentina, because they had these fans that used to follow us on bikes, and we leave the venue on a van, and they'll be on a bike, and there'll be two guys, one guy driving, and the other guy would be like trying to hold the van, and I was terrified that the guy was gonna die, and I was gonna watch somebody die right there, man. You know, it was like, no, please don't. So I felt so bad about that the night that happened, because they were all parked in front of the hotel. We were in some kind of Hilton hotel in Buenos Aires, and they're all parked in front of the hotel. There was like 50 of them, you know. I got drunk one night and I threw all my suitcase, all my clothes out of the window, and next day everybody was wearing my shit. And Gloria was, my wife was going around like, I know that jacket. Wait, I know those pants. I know that shirt. Max, why is everybody wearing your shit? So then I told her I got drunk last night and tossed my whole suitcase out of the window, you know. I just want to wear one clothes anyway. I just wear my camouflage pants, black shirts anyway, so people can have my other shirts. It was kind of I kind of felt bad for the fans and kind of want to give them some of mine stuff, and that's what, you know, booze and fans does to you. It was on this last Soulfly tour. It was actually an old World War II boat in Hungary, and it was killer because the dressing room was the machinery room of the boat with all the, where I have all the gadgets, you know, all the things, and we took a cool picture there. And we were sitting where the sailors used to do all the work with the machines and stuff, and it stunk like a sewer. It was the worst smelling place ever. You know, it was really hot too. It was the summer, but that was pretty crazy because it was down. You know, you enter the boat and you went down, and then there was the stage, and crowd went nuts. And for a second you think we're playing in a goddamn under a boat. You know, this is just wild. You know, it was pretty wild, you know. I think the only way to top that would be playing a submarine, but we haven't done that yet. It's on our bucket list. Most extreme.